Hey, Valley family, good morning. It is Friday today, May 15th. You have made it through half of the month of May. I'm so proud of you. Way to go. Hey, parents, the end of the school year is in sight. Can you see that light at the end of the tunnel? We're going to make it. Keep pressing, keep persevering. Summer vacation will be here before you know it, and then instead of dealing with distance learning, you're just going to be dealing with, I'm bored, there's nothing to do. Maybe you're looking forward to that phase of life. Hey, with the governor's announcement on Wednesday, maybe you'll be able to see family a little bit more and get together. Sounds like groups of 10 are going to be okay. So, seems like we're moving in the right direction, and our stay-at-home order was able to accomplish some good things. So, of course, we're still thinking about everything that this means for our church family and how we're going to proceed. And Pastor Dave and I had a long conversation yesterday. So we'll keep you in the loop on what we're planning to do as we move forward. Hey, let's look at a story from Mark chapter 4 this morning, and I want you to think with me about it. Mark records, as evening came, Jesus said to his disciples, "Let's cross to the other side of the lake." So they took Jesus in the boat and started out, leaving the crowds behind. Jesus had been teaching large crowds all day. But soon a fierce storm came up. High waves were breaking into the boat, and it began to fill with water. Jesus was sleeping at the back of the boat with his head on a cushion. The disciples woke him, shouting, "Teacher, don't you care that we're going to drown?" So let me see if I have this straight. Unexpected storm fills the disciples with fear, anxiety, and worry. And they're wondering, does Jesus even care about what we're going through? Okay, I think I got it. A few years ago, Pastor Dave and I were able to be in a session with one of our favorite teachers, Dallas Willard, and Uncle Dallas started the session with a room full of pastors by asking this question. What's one word that you would use to describe Jesus? And he gave us a moment to think about that, and then he took some responses from the room, and people were saying things you could probably guess. He's loving, he's compassionate, he's holy. Yep, all of those things. And Dallas said, "Well, would you like to hear my one word?" And yeah, of course. Dallas said, "I would describe Jesus as relaxed." Relaxed. Well, he's certainly relaxed in this story, isn't he? I mean, this is not a yacht that they're on, okay? He's not like in a cabin below deck sleeping peacefully. They're in a little fishing boat going across the Sea of Galilee, and Jesus is just in the back of the boat, out cold, sleeping on a cushion. And I'm sure he's getting splashed with water, and the wind is battering him the same as everybody else, but he is at peace. What does Jesus know? What does Jesus believe? What does Jesus trust that allows him to be so relaxed and at peace, and to even be able to be at rest and asleep in the midst of the storm? Well, the disciples didn't like it that Jesus was so relaxed. They took his being at peace as he doesn't care that we're going to drown. So they wake him up. When Jesus woke up, he rebuked the wind and said to the waves, "Silence, be still." Suddenly the wind stopped, and there was a great calm. Then he asked them, "Why are you afraid? Do you still have no faith?" The disciples were absolutely terrified. After the storm had been calmed, the disciples were terrified. "Who is this man?" they asked each other. "Even the wind and the waves obey him." Why does Mark include this story in his gospel? We know that the gospel writers couldn't record everything that Jesus said and did. There was too much. So why this story? Is the point how big the storm was? Is the point how fearful and filled with anxiety the disciples were? Is it that Jesus seems like he doesn't care? One thing I see is that at the end of the day, the disciples realize that they have a bigger issue on their hands than even dealing with the storm. They begin to see that wrestling with who Jesus is and trying to come to grips with Jesus is more serious and sobering than dealing with the storm. I'm going to be thinking about this stuff today. And if you want to leave a comment below in the YouTube comments or over on our Facebook page, maybe we can think about it more together. Hey, I hope you have a wonderful Friday. I'm looking forward to hear the geese going over. Wow. Hey, yeah, I hope you have a good Friday. And I'm looking forward to being together with you this Sunday again for online worship at 10:30. We'll sing together. We'll pray together. We'll have the Lord's Supper together. Pastor Dave is going to bring a message from the book of Ruth, and I'm looking forward to that. So may the Lord bless you. Let's continue to be the church and encourage one another, and I'm looking forward to what our next steps are and possibly seeing you before too long. All right.